we don't need to use, you know? It is kind of amazing. Mary Balsmas from our friends at Manscaped, Zuckerberg is out there. Mark Zuckerberg is out there doubling down on the metaverse. For a while, we thought like the metaverse might be dead, or that the metaverse, you know, maybe all future wars will be fought in the metaverse. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, you know, we all, you know, or I certainly do. I bemoan the idea of everything becoming digital, right? This idea of like a complete digital sphere that we all must exist in. But then you look at the carnage happening all over the world, specifically in Gaza right now, right? And you go, God, if we could find a way to digitize conflict, why are you making a face?
Well, it sounds very Matrixy, the people in pods.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I mean, what are you, nuts? Of course. That's the whole thing. God, they're bright, these people, huh? But I mean, yeah, that's exactly right. Thank you. It's very Matrixy. That's the fucking point. That's the thing. You know, the growth in parasocial relationships is big. You know, that everybody saw that movie Her. Everybody saw that movie Her, where Joaquin Phoenix was in love with his, you know, a Siri or whatever. And everybody was like, wow, that's far out. Well, it's not far out. It's actually here. There's a lot of parasocial relations. People have them with comedians. They have them with celebrities. They have them with influencers. They have them with OnlyFans. The people that are on the internet all the time, there's people that feel like they are dating them. Oh, I'm dating him. If I just knew him, if I just met him, I'd be his girlfriend. I got a shot. That's how crazy the parasocial realm of this has become. There are people right now, everyone has turned into a little bit of a stalker with the way that things are now. Everybody who enjoys anything is a little bit of a stalker now. They're like, well, you know, ooh, he hated that restaurant. I've been there. I wonder if he'll go there later. Like, it is a little weird, the idea of how attached people get to people on the internet. And they have this parasocial thing where they feel like they're your friend or your girlfriend. You just don't know it yet. That, by the way, used to be what schizophrenics thought. Like, if you climbed into Taylor Swift's backyard, you were a schizophrenic because you were a stalker and someone had to shoot you. Like, one of her security had to come with a gun and kill you. Now, if you send her messages and you look up her house on Zillow and you read every article about her and, you know, you're a good fan. Now you're a good fan. You know, you purchase, you love a comedian, you buy a meet and greet, or you yell out something during the show because you're like, I just want to speak to this person. Again, it used to be disruptive. Now you're a good fan because the level of parasocial has grown to a point where people are no longer happy and content to enjoy the thing that someone's doing. They have to be a part of it, which used to be the realm of stalkers. It used to be the realm of someone who was a problem. Like, that's an issue, you know? But the attachment that people have now on the internet to people they've never met and probably will never meet, but they believe in their head that they'd be great friends or romantically involved with said person is crazy. And it's not a comment on the person out there. It's a comment on some fan bases or some people out there, and I think it's across the board. I don't even think it's just hot people. I think it's people that people find quirky or interesting, or it's like, the attachment that people have to people is unhealthy, but it is seemingly irreversible. Meaning, I brought this up at a dinner the other day. People are like, what do you mean? And I'm like, we got one. Like, because, you know, people will casually tell you they've messaged someone every month or every week for as long as they've known that person. They go, yeah, occasionally I'll get a message back.
Hello.
Like, oh yeah, but you shouldn't. That's crazy. They go, so what? I understand if you message me and you're like, you Zionist pig, you don't ever call, like one guy goes, don't ever call yourself Irish again, you Zionist pig, you pig. I'm like, number one, I don't call myself Irish. I don't shit in the street. My family left Ireland and we came to the New World, okay? And I don't know what makes me a Zionist pig other than having this Noah Dishbey who's going to co-host the show now. She just hasn't shown up the last couple of episodes. What I'm saying is like the parasocial realm is very interesting. So that was the one thing that's very interesting to me. It feels like an irreversible thing. It doesn't feel like it's going away. And I think this thing, this metaverse thing that Mark Zuckerberg has been pushing, which essentially is just a more immersive social media experience than the one you have now. Augmented reality, virtual reality, whatever. And his company has been pushing this. I remember during the insanity of the NFT, at the height of the NFT, I feel like an old, but at the height of the NFT gold rush, the metaverse was talked about. People came to me and I was in Miami and they go, you gotta be the first comedian in the metaverse. You gotta be the first comic. Because there were like little comedy clubs in the metaverse where you would perform virtually to groups of people. And there were people out there that would be like, oh wow, this is... So, the reality is Zuckerberg's dream, and all of this stuff, by the way, about tech, and we'll add all these articles and posts, but all of this stuff, all of these studies are coming out now about how detrimental tech is for teenagers. It's causing higher rates of suicide. It's causing a lot of image issues, body image issues. It's causing an uptick in anxiety, specifically amongst young women, but also young men. Like anxiety and depression are huge now for teenagers because of tech. Social media and mental health. I mean, this is the huge thing that tech companies really don't want to hear. They don't want to hear about this at all. They don't want to hear about how vulnerable children are being exploited for profit, and we're ruining a lot of their lives and their mental health. They don't want to hear. And their whole thing is, I think Mark Zuckerberg's probably, he goes, yeah, but you know why that is? There's still an outside world. We haven't transitioned fully into the metaverse. Once we're fully in, once we've all uploaded our consciousness, once we're fully in the metaverse, we'll take care of it. But yeah, it's probably confusing for those kids that they're still an outside. People are now staying inside more. This is a big article that I read the other day. Cities are lonelier. American downtowns are being abandoned. That's for many reasons, but people are online more. People are spending more time on their computers. We never can, we've never kind of fully came back from COVID when the exponential growth of digital stuff got really wild. And we're still there. And we're probably going to stay there. It doesn't show any signs of abating. Like this idea that most social interactions are originating online. Children now are digitally native, Zoom meetings for work, people working in hybrid work environments. All of this stuff doesn't seem to be going away. Certain people have doubled down on it. And Zuckerberg is basically going out now and saying, hey, we need to get in here. Pretty soon, I think we're going to be at a point where you're going to be there physically with some of your friends, and others will be there digitally as avatars or holograms. And they'll feel just as present as everyone else. Or you'll walk into a meeting and sit down at a table. There will be people who are there physically and people who are there digitally. But also sitting around the table with you are going to be a bunch of AI guys who are embodied as holograms and are helping you get different stuff done too. That's his dream. That's the guy's dream. That's where we're going. This is where he's been going. And boomers won't die first. They'll be there. So you're going to have your racist aunt digitally there at Christmas. What if boomers upload their consciousness and never leave? What if they never leave? What if right as they're going to die, a switch gets flipped and all of a sudden, everything becomes possible and just for all eternity,